Hi, ladies and gentlemen, my YouTube followers. And first, I want to go ahead and just thank those new sign-ons and those new followers that's signing on to follow me. Welcome. Thank you for joining me and following me. Thank you for hearing me, and thank you for all of y'all comments and your responses. So I would just want to jump in something real quick right here because I don't want to hold y'all long. So I just want to go ahead and jump into a few things about prejudice, bias. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into that because I know, we facing some things in this generation that people just trying to ignore, and I'm gonna open it up and bring it to the light to y'all. And I talk about Resonant being prejudiced. I talk about Gullish being prejudiced. I talk about prejudice up in that courthouse. I talk about prejudice in the clerk of court office, prejudice with the DSS, Child Protective Services. See, I've been talking about this prejudice, but see, this is what I mean. I'm gonna let all of y'all know what I mean by prejudice. We all got prejudice in us, so come on, let's face the reality about it. We all have prejudice. But see, this is where I draw the line at when it comes down to prejudice. When you are working in a field and you doing a job where you supposed to prosecute criminals, then you ain't supposed to have no prejudice. You know what I'm saying? When y'all hear me speak about prejudice, this is what I'm talking about. When you a sheriff of Richmond County, you ain't supposed to be prejudiced. You sign up to do a job to protect all. Religious prejudice ain't got nothing to do with that. It's who break the law. That's who you supposed to prosecute. See, and like y'all already know, Resana dropped charges against Michelle. His office did. Well, he the head of his office, so he did. He elected official. So he dismissed the case that was 100% proven that Michelle was guilty of assaulting me outside in front of the DSS building that night. And for those of you who haven't seen that video yet, go back and look at my video and you'll see how Michelle Wall assaulted me. And 4 years they had me going to that courtroom up there. And then one day they just dismissed the charge altogether without even confronting me, without even saying, well, Mr. Wall, this is what we're going to look to do. Didn't do none of that. And that's what I call prejudice. You're going to dismiss a charge against somebody that you know you can prove and got the video to prove it, and yet you're going to dismiss the charge against them? That means that you telling the criminal, go out there and commit crimes. Don't worry, we're going to just dismiss the charge. We're going to have you just running back and forth to court for a while, and then we just going to dismiss the charge. Come on, y'all. Is some of y'all been done that way? They end up dismissing charges against somebody that done truly assaulted you or truly broke the law, and then our elected official don't uphold the law by prosecuting those who violate the law, who break the law. That's what I'm talking about. See, I want y'all to understand my part in this about being prejudiced. Because we all got a prejudice. But when you sign up for a job that you know that prejudice can't go with you, I don't care if you leave that job and go to your house and prejudice all you want. That's your personal life. I don't care how you live your life is how you live your life. But when you go and sign that clock and sign on to your job that you're supposed to be upholding, then all your prejudice is out the door. All your prayer now, you sign up for that job, and that job requires you to do certain things consistent to that job, and prejudice ain't one of them. I ain't never in my life been so prejudiced against by a judge in my whole entire life, Sophia Crawford. And then now this Regina Joe is on the scene, and I already went up Regina Joe, so I already know what her thing is. I already know both of these black judges now. You're prejudiced against me at a job that you ain't supposed to be prejudiced at. That's what I'm saying. So it ain't that I'm saying that the white people prejudice, black people more prejudiced than the white people. To me, black people is more prejudiced than white people. I heard them back in the day how old people used to say, when they had slavery and stuff going on, and old people used to say that you had them Uncle Toms, which they'll take there and pick one black person out the group to tell everything and go report to the slave master, This is modern day slavery. I'm going to get back with y'all with some more, but that's it for now, and I'm going to let y'all know. I just want to touch base with y'all about prejudice. This is what I talk about when I'm talking about prejudice. People bring their prejudice from their bedroom, from the inside of their private domain, and then they bring it into the public domain. And they do it sneakily. They do it underminingly, because this is what Reese Saunders and Gullich and them doing. That courthouse, the clerks in that courthouse, judges. They call each other, try to keep it within the law, but underminingly hurt you. And that's what these people is doing. And that's why I call them prejudice. Because I'm the type of person that fights back. I'm the type of person that puts you on the scene. But they don't like that about me. They don't like that I put them out there for their prejudice and call them out for what they are. See, that's the whole thing about them. They don't like that. And I call this what I see. You're a prejudiced judge. You're a prejudiced district attorney. You're a prejudiced sheriff. You just prejudiced. Bottom line. And you brought your prejudice to the open and try to make people look like you ain't prejudiced. That because Gullich and hire some black people, that don't mean that he not prejudiced. That joker that prejudiced, it doesn't mean that he not prejudiced because he only got a few black officers up there just because. Shoot. So, I mean, look, I just want to just look at it, y'all, and this is what I call prejudice. And we all have prejudice in us, but when we got a job to do, prejudice is put to the side. Now I got to do my job. Whether I like you or not, I still got to do my job correctly. So now I'm a district attorney. I have to do my job. My job is to persecute those who break the law. And that's what Reese Saunders' job is. He elected official. Gullich's job is he's a sheriff to protect and serve the citizens in Richmond County. See, them the job. So you take that prejudice, you take that junk off and leave it at the house when you come out that door and come to your work. Because now that work ain't prejudice, but see, a lot of them uses that. They bring their prejudice right to their work. That's why I call them prejudice, and that's my stand on prejudice, y'all. Everybody, we all got prejudice, but we all have to live together, and we all have to respect one another. So let's not bring that prejudice into a job to hurt people. And that's exactly what goes on here in Richmond County. And I just want to touch this with y'all real quick. What is the difference of Gullich getting sheriff a year before the rest of the counties get their sheriff? I mean, I'm just putting that out there, y'all, because I don't understand. I thought all sheriffs, now this is what I think. I thought all sheriffs of all counties in North Carolina, I thought they all have a sheriff re-election at the same time. So, but I noticed that when Gullich was elected to be sheriff, this was over a year ago. And then now this year, 2022, all the other counties is electing their sheriffs. So I'm like, what was so special in Richmond County? Why Gullich had to have some kind of special year to do for sheriff and not the regular years like the rest of the sheriffs around the county. Look at Scotland County. Look at Wadesboro. Look at Southern Pine Moore County. Look at all the surrounding counties. They sheriff coming up today, as a matter of fact. November the 8th. So, but Sheriff Gullich already been elected as sheriff over a year ago. So tell me what in the world. He finished out Clemens' office. Now he elected sheriff a year ahead of the rest of the sheriffs around the surrounding counties. So what in the world, what's so special in Richmond County that they break the chain of everybody being elected sheriff around the same time? I don't get it, but I just wanted to throw that out there, y'all, because I don't know what in the world going there. Like it's a special thing in Richmond County don't do things like other counties do things. You know what I'm saying? They do things the way they want to do things. You know what I'm saying? All the ones around here, that's what they do. So I just want to open y'all up to this stuff and let y'all know what I mean when I say prejudice. We all have it, but we don't exercise it in our workplace. You exercise when you leave your workplace, go home. When you pray, you go home to your white woman, you go home to your black woman, you go home to your Mexican woman. That's your prejudice. But when you come out here and you got to do a job in serving the public, take that off. Take it all off. You heard me? Take it all off. And I'll leave y'all with that. Thank y'all for listening.